Hey explorers, today we're in Mounds State Park in Anderson, Indiana, and we're going to check and see if the local legends are true. Today we're hunting for Pukwudgies.
You hear that, explorers? We're searching for Pukwudgies. Okay, so Pukwudgies are a Native American legend. They're supposed to be like short, hairy, goblin, maybe troll, gnome-like creatures, and they were pretty mischievous. Hey, I'm short and hairy. Am I a Pukwudgie?
You're mischievous too.
I am mischievous too.
Hey Pukwudgies, can we talk about you for a video? We want people to respect you and know about you.
What do you think? So today we have some really cool things for you. And one of the cool things that we're going to talk about is this house. This house is known as the Bronnenberg House. And what makes it so cool is the reason why Mounds State Park exists is probably because of the people who built this house. In the 1820s, Frederick Bronnenberg bought this land. And what's really cool and unique is that settlers at this time were like clearing the land, they were plowing the fields, but he recognized that the earthworks and the mounds were really special. So he actually refused to farm them. Not only that, he protected them from other farmers. He protected the earthworks from like looters, from anyone who wanted to steal anything. And he was like one of the first preservationists in Indiana. What's even cooler is that his great-great-grandchildren would be the ones to sell the land that would eventually create Mounds State Park. Isn't that cool? Could you imagine? He was way ahead of his time. That is awesome. The Bronnenberg House is a federal-style house with early American primitive, colonial, and Old English country influences. That is a cool stove. I wouldn't mind having one like that. The Bronnenbergs had many businesses here: a tannery, sawmill, grist mill, and homestead. They would have business meetings right here in their home. The house is the only surviving structure built by the Bronnenbergs. The original barn, corn crib, smokehouse, summer kitchen, spring house, and more have faded with the seasons. Okay, explorers, I just want to point out how small their closets are. Because I'm a bougie little thing who needs a lot of closet space. They had a 2-story office, y'all. So cool. This house is mega cool and almost 200 years old.
There is mystery in this state park. These mounds were built over 2,000 years ago by the Adena Hopewell people, but no one is quite sure why. We're currently standing in the Great Mound, which is a higher mound-like wall that is circular and goes around a central mound. And then between them is a lower ditch. So it kind of has the effect of creating a stage in the middle of a mound structure. But no one is quite sure what happened here or what it was used for. However, some people say that it does line up with certain constellations, maybe the equinoxes. It's very still, it's very peaceful, and there's an air of mystery. This is a dugout canoe, which was actually created as a replica of what the Adena peoples would have created during their time in this area. And they would take a tree and hollow out the center to make a canoe. Obviously, their canoes wouldn't have holes in the bottom that's created for drainage here. Their canoes would actually float in the water.
The circle mound. It's actually rectangular in shape. They should have just called it rectangle mound. It is pretty big, actually, though. And what we just read is that this one was created 250 years later, after the Great Mound that we showed you earlier.
It's pretty amazing that you can just walk out onto these mounds. These are hundreds of year old, well, thousands of years old ancient earthworks. And some of them you can just stroll around on.
Hey, you ready to hunt for Pukwudgies?
Ooh, be careful. They might hear you.
The locals say if you're hiking at night at Mounds State Park, you're not hiking alone.
So what we were thinking was, given that the Brandenburgs saved this land because of the mounds, did they inadvertently make a Pukwudgie refuge? Because no one developed this land, and the farmers didn't farm it. Maybe the Pukwudgies were able to stay here and, have a nice little sanctuary. We haven't seen any Pukwudgies yet, but we are having fun hiking and looking for them.
Oh my God. You guys, look. He is huge. I don't know if you can tell how big he is.
That's a big spider. Oh, there's two on top.
Yeah, the big
You see him?
The big one took us. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Our eyesight.
But that little one, look how blue his tail is. It's beautiful.
Oh, your thing is hard to see.
If there are Pukwudgies here, they chose a beautiful place to live. No wonder the ancient peoples built mounds here. This park is pretty special.
So what's cool, once upon a time at Mounds State Park, there was actually an amusement park here, and it operated from 1897 to 1929. There was like a roller coaster, ice skating rink, like clowns, pretty girls, a whole bunch of fun stuff.
Penny arcade.
Yeah, there's also like boat rides too.
Yeah, people would come down the river and it would dock and people would get off and go to the amusement park.
Isn't that kind of wild?
We were able to learn more about Mounds State Park's wildlife and history at the park's Nature Center. The Nature Center had many examples of native park animals, some of them stuffed and some live. The naturalist there even brought out one of the park's black rat snakes. Of course, we made friends and appreciated this guy. We didn't see any Pukwudgies today, but Mounds State Park is still definitely something you might want to explore. Maybe you should consider adding it to your explorations list.
So remember, if you're ever walking in the woods and you feel eyes on you, but you can't quite place it, you catch something out of the corner of your eye, it might be a Pukwudgie.